Hi, welcome to Something Simple and Light with Tolu Alao. In this podcast, we talk about three key areas: process improvements, manufacturing excellence, data analytics, and visualization. The goal of this podcast is to discuss practical ways to improve your operations day in, day out. Wow, there's so much to cover in these episodes, and I really hope that you pick one or two things that you can apply in your operations immediately. Fantastic. Let's jump into today's discussion. Welcome to today's episode. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Gemba. Gemba is actually a Japanese word that stands for the actual place, right? The place where work is being done, the place where value is being created, right? And Japanese words, like I said before, are things that you would hear frequently when we talk about process improvements because a lot of these, frameworks and philosophy emanated from their culture and from the way they, did their work, right? All right. So the concept of Gemba or going to the actual place is to remind us that it's important for us to come out of our offices, to our administrative buildings and spend time on the operations floor, shop floor, where value is being created. When you hear about a problem that is happening on the shop floor, right? Because remember again, we're talking about process improvement, operations improvements in the context of, you have either a manufacturing process or a service process, right? And you, as the manager or the person responsible for improving a process, might not be directly involved in the day-to-day operation, right? So you need to be able to embed yourself in the daily operations, go to where value is being created and see how this problem is being created. How does it happen, right? What are the issues, right? Looking at the problem from the eye of the customer, right? And it's such an important philosophy, right? And in fact, some people call it management by walking around, right? Because the idea is that you want to be able to go to the crime scene, right? Like we say, the crime scene, and look at what has happened, look at what can happen, and think of how you can add value and create a solution, right? It's very important that this is done because again, from experience, I've realized many times that when you look at, other people's reports or hearsay, right, you tend to miss out on a lot of things, especially if you're not, properly trained, to report certain things, right? So your line managers or the people who work on the line might come to tell you that, oh, this is a problem, or we've tried every single thing, right? And you might just, take their word for it, right? And you might be solving a problem that is not actually the root cause, right? So what you want to be able to do is to go to the shop floor, to go to the actual place, right, the crime scene, and see things for yourself. Go through the process yourself, experience it, and understand, understand how this problem happens, understand what the likely issues could come up, right, and all of that. And it's even better if you can have an unexpected visit, right? It's not that your guys are expecting that you're coming and then they are on their best behavior and doing things that they normally would not do, right? So it's better that it's unannounced, right, and unplanned, and then you just from time to time just go to the shop floor, go to the operations floor and see what is happening. Some businesses use what is called a mystery shopper, somebody that nobody even knows, is not an actual customer, right, who goes through the process and the person sees those opportunities for improvement and all of that, right? And this is such a critical tool set to have, right? Being able to always think about, have I gone to Gemba, have I gone to the actual place, have I seen things for myself, right? Have I validated that this is the actual problem and this is what is happening, right? You don't want to spend a lot of resources trying to fix a problem that is based on what somebody has said and is not empirical data or correct information, right? So this is something to think about. This is something to constantly think about when you approach problems, right? And so my task for us today, right, basically is simple. Whenever you think about the problems that you have, right, have you visited the operations floor? Have you gone to the shop floor by yourself, right, to see things for yourself, right? You'll be surprised how much you're able to pick,
right? How much you're able to see, how much opportunities you're able to, identify for improvements, right? Versus just relying on, another person's, viewpoints or thoughts, right? Again, remember that you cannot see what you do not know, right? Seeing is based on experience. There are things that based on experience, you would notice, right, that the uninitiated or the untrained eye might not notice that this is actually a problem, right? So you want to be able to, go to the shop floor from time to time as you progress. All right. I hope you've gotten some value from today's conversation. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Fantastic. Fantastic. I trust you've been able to pick something from today's episode, and I look forward to hearing about your success. For more content like this and to keep in touch, you can follow me on LinkedIn at Tolu Alao. You can also subscribe and follow me on YouTube, also at Tolu Alao. Until next time, just give me something simple and light.